back to another Animal Headquarters videos, and today we're going to talk about breeding some cherry shrimp. So, let's go. Freshwater shrimp that are red, I have been breeding them for a couple of years now. Now let's talk about sexing them. A male cherry shrimp, this is how I sex them. Male cherry shrimps are mostly clear with still some white. So that's a male right there. Don't tap the glass. Then a female, let's see if we can find one. Female would look something like this. So if you look in the back, that's an adult female. If you look up close, that is a baby female. She is probably from this is one of the babies that I bred. So that's one of the babies, and back is the mom, probably. And so that's how you sex them. So now let's talk about breeding. You can breed them in a shrimp-only tank. You can also breed them in a community tank. So in my tank I have platies, which I also breed, which we'll be doing a video on in the future. And I have a skull and neon tetras. And I have ram's horn snails and like a mystery snail-like thing. So, I breed them in community tanks, but you might have better results in a shrimp-only tank. But if you have them, and no matter where you have them, you want to give a nice place for the cherry shrimp to hide. You especially want to do this when you have a community tank, because if these baby cherry shrimp, when they first hatch, come out, these fish will most likely eat them. So you want to be careful. You also want to make sure whatever fish you pair with them is shrimp safe. So if you look over here, this is where most of my little baby cherry shrimp are, in this little moss ball. Whenever I lift that up, I always find them in there. So that's normally where we have them, in that little fake little moss ball. But sometimes they can be hiding in the sponge filter. That's another great thing. The best type of filter to have if you're gonna plan on breeding shrimp is a sponge filter, because that does just as well as a regular filter. I personally think it does better, but it does just as well as a regular filter. And it's safe because nothing can get sucked into it, as if you used on top filter, something like that. Your baby shrimp could get sucked in and die. Whereas here, if you look, all the shrimp love to go on top, climb all over it, and go in between, under there, and they like to also pick off some of the debris that gets on it. That's really cool. But when you first see baby shrimp, if it is in a shrimp line tank, you really don't have to do anything. But if it's in a community tank, you just want to watch out, make sure that the fish aren't pecking at them. And if they are pecking at them, you can either move them to a separate tank, or you can add in more hiding places, because you might not have enough hiding places for them. Cherry shrimp are really easy to breed, as I say, because basically if you have them in a shrimp-only tank, all you got to feed them is like shrimp food and just let them be. If they're in a community tank, all you gotta do is add a place for them to hide. Make sure you have a male and a female. And the way to tell forgot to mention this, the way to tell if your female is pregnant or has eggs is if you look under her abdomen tail, there will be little eggs, little brown spots, which are eggs. Which that's how you know, oh, I'm expecting, so I better hide, put a place for them to hide. So, that's all about cherry shrimp breeding. Thanks for watching today's video of Animal Headquarters. Please like and subscribe for more videos like this, and we'll see you next time. Adios!